Hello beautiful friends and welcome. Today's video is all about how to make these beautiful candles stress-free, mess-free, and on a budget. So I thrifted all of these little vessels from the thrift store. They were super cheap and affordable, as well as thrifting the wax, and these two were from the Dollar Tree store. So it's very affordable and super cute. I was inspired by Anthropologie. If you go on their website, they have the most cutest little vases, and they have colored ones, and I just wanted something so cute and dainty, girly, that didn't cost me an arm and a leg. So I'm gonna show you all the things that I've learned throughout this process and how it was super simple and how you could do it without all the fuss and the mess. So let's get into the video.
I'm always trying to romanticize my life, and these stickers create such a vibe with all these colors. I wanted to share that with you before we get started. I thrifted this 2-in-1 fragrance warmer for only $4.99. It was such a steal because you can melt wax melts, or you can just place a candle on top and it will melt that way and kind of create a scent in the home. But I'm going to use this to make my candles. So the list of things that you will need is something to melt your wax in, whether it's a pot that you no longer use or a wax warmer like I'm using. You will need glass containers, maybe some beautiful vessels. I also thrifted mine, which was amazing. You will need some wax or wax melts. You will need wick and super glue. Also, maybe like barbecue skewers to hold the wick in place when the wax is poured into your vessel. This is my very first time making candles, and I wanted it to be a really just mess-free type of experience. I didn't want to deal with all the wax, melting it, dripping all over the place. So I really just wanted it to be fuss-free because I did lots of research and it didn't really look pleasant. So with that, I just thought maybe if I put this jar on top and it will melt the melt wax, but it was taking forever. I really wasn't patient with it. I kept checking and checking until I forgot about it, and it just melted and it was beautiful. It worked out. I put the wick at the end, which also worked out. And all the other videos, they say to do it in the beginning, but I forgot to purchase glue. So I had to do it this way. It's the following day now, but let's make another candle. I thrifted this salted grapefruit candle and I took all the wax out so we can create our own beautiful candle in this star-shaped vessel. Now I put some super glue on the bottom and I just held it for about 30 seconds and it was ready to go. I turned on the warmer and placed my vessel on top. And I started to just chip away some of the wax and place it inside of the star. This was very simple. I had to add a little bit more as it started to melt. I decided to keep this jar because it said give into joy, and I really like that little reminder. Oftentimes we are just hustling and it's always go, 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 but it's good to just slow down and enjoy life, you know, little moments at a time. My second candle was so much easier to make, but here we have my third one. Now, because of its shape and how the bowl is elevated, I knew that the first method wouldn't work. So I had to use the attached little tray that came with it to melt my wax melts in it. Now, I really didn't want to make a big mess with it, so I really didn't know what to expect, but we're going for it. It's wild how different the colors are when the wax has hardened versus when it was still hot. It's dark outside now because I had to take a break to make dinner for my family, but here we are finishing up. I know the quality of the video is not the best now, because natural light is the best. But here we are just putting some super glue on the bottom of the wick. And because this bowl was a little bit slanted inward, it was a bit of a challenge to keep it from sliding inwards. But, you know, just holding it for about 30 seconds to a minute did the trick. And then here I am trying to just pour the wax in, but I didn't realize how hot it really was to the touch. So I had to grab a little towel and pour in the wax. Now, to my surprise, there was no mess. There was no fuss. Like, I don't know why I was stressing myself out. It was very simple. It's fine that the wick kind of lays or slants to the side, because all you do is just grab some sticks, a spoon, a fork, whatever you have on hand, prop it up and wait for it to harden. Cleaning this tray with soap and water really didn't work, but it was super simple. Just wiping it with a napkin did the trick. If you have watched my videos before, you know that I'm all about elevating everyday experiences. No matter what space you have, whether it's a mansion or a small apartment, you can always make your home feel cozy and just romanticizing your life, you know, elevating every experience. So I put these candles all throughout my home so we can really enjoy it whenever we're sitting on the couch, reading a book, maybe snacking and watching television, whatever it is. We get to enjoy this beautiful star-shaped candle that smells amazing. I have 3 daughters and they all just love the stars so much. So I definitely feel like I hit the jackpot with this star-shaped candle. Now for my dining room, I have these wild looking beautiful flowers that literally smell like candy. I don't know the name of these flowers, but they are gorgeous. Here I am just trimming the wick because you don't want to burn them that long. And the struggle is real. I really need to change the bottom of this match set that I made because it is worn out. But I thought that these flowers and the candle would look really beautiful next to each other. I love how this turned out. I tried to keep this space clutter-free because we do our homework, eat, lots of arts and crafts, painting is done here. So the minimal is how it works best in my home. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please do consider liking and subscribing. It really does help out my channel. But also, let's start a conversation in the comments below. Do you see yourself making these types of candles? Was this video helpful in any way? And if you have any tips or tricks for me, let me know as well, because this is my first rodeo and I'm all about learning from you guys and just, you know, being there for each other. I really enjoy lighting up this candle while making my morning coffee while it's still dim and kind of dark. It's really a vibe. I know that I always say romanticize your life, your everyday life. And I just wanted to show you, you know, this candle just elevates the whole experience. And using real dishware and not your paper or plastic really just brings everything together, and it's such a great time spent with family. Here is the jar that I'm repurposing with a battery operated candle, but I love coming out here on the patio and just relaxing after the kids are all in bed. But remember, live life beautifully today, friends.